You can't afford to be naive in this world. You have to be innocent as a dove, but wise as a serpent. Too many believers are being caught off guard, acting purely out of good intentions, but lacking the wisdom to navigate the dangers around them. The dove represents innocence because it embodies purity and gentleness without any hidden agenda. It's untainted by the world, untouched by malice. When Christ calls us to be as innocent as doves, He's inviting us to maintain a pure heart in a world that constantly tries to corrupt it. On the other hand, the serpent's wisdom comes from its keen awareness and discernment. It understands the dangers around it and knows when to act and when to stay silent. The serpent's wisdom isn't about being deceptive or cunning, but about being strategically aware, knowing the right moment to make a move. Together, these qualities show us how to love with sincerity while protecting ourselves with discernment. We need both, the purity of a dove and the wisdom of a serpent, to navigate life effectively. It's a dangerous world out there, and your innocence is not enough to protect you. If you're not also wise, you'll be taken advantage of, manipulated, and deceived. Think about it. Christ Himself, while He was fully innocent, was also fully aware of the traps the enemy set for Him. He knew when to engage and when to withdraw, when to speak and when to stay silent. And that's the key. You have to have discernment. It's easy to be trusting, but if you're too trusting without discernment, you're setting yourself up for failure. You see, God calls us to love others, but He doesn't call us to be blind. He calls us to be wise, to understand the times, to know when to step forward and when to hold back. You must learn to test the spirits, to examine the fruits, to see if the path is truly one God has laid out for you. It's not about being suspicious or fearful. It's about being spiritually aware and taking your responsibility seriously. If you're walking in the light, you will naturally shine. But you'll also see the shadows more clearly. It's a warning not to let your guard down just because someone says the right things. Don't let your kindness make you a target. And don't think that being wise means you can't be loving. You can be loving without being foolish. You can give without being careless. But to do this, you need wisdom. It's time to step up and stop pretending that your good intentions are enough. If you want to walk through this world unscathed, if you want to make sure your heart stays protected, you need to understand the balance of being innocent as a dove and wise as a serpent. God has called you to navigate this life with discernment, to know when to speak, when to act, and when to hold back. That's how you stay strong, how you walk in victory. The enemy is clever, but the Holy Spirit is sharper, and He's ready to guide you if you let Him. Now, it's your turn to decide. Will you keep walking blindly, or will you start living with a wisdom that will keep you safe, fruitful, and aligned with God's purpose for your life? The choice is yours.